Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Ford F150 rebuild. As you guys seen in the last video, I went ahead and pulled off the hood and got that all primed up. But for right now, I want to drive this thing and I'm not really sure how long it's going to take for it to get painted. So me and Tyler are going to go ahead and throw on the hood. I haven't sanded it or anything, so we're just going to throw it on. It's going to look kind of weird because we got gray, we got the white, and we got the black. But once it gets all painted, it will look fine. But today, I finally gathered all of my parts. I believe I showed you guys the grill, just mocked that up there, so you guys have seen this. I've already wired everything up. I'll show you the wiring once we get to that. But these are the headlights. They're really cool. I believe they're by Spider. You see a lot of different versions of these, and they have the halogen bulbs here. These actually have LEDs. These are the turn signals. This turns amber as well, and it stays white just as a daytime running light. And then to match up with the headlights, I got the fog lights here. I had to custom make these. I actually made a separate video on how I did this. Now these are actually universal fog lights, but they're very high quality. I believe they're only $30. If you try to buy something similar to this, it's already made for this F-150, it's gonna cost you upwards of $100 to $150. Pretty much the same as the headlights. So I went ahead and made my custom ones, and it actually fits really well. As you can see, I epoxied the back and everything. So we'll put those on. For the front, I also got these that finally came in. I believe I paid like 20 bucks for them because one was missing and one was kind of damaged. I also got a license plate one here. I'll go ahead and open up the tail lights. Here they are. They look really good. They're really similar to the headlights. I wanted them to match. With that as well, I also got some mirror lights. These lights on the mirrors, they're kind of amber. As you can see, there's actually some condensation in there as well. And then obviously this just looks terrible. This is kind of what they look like. I believe they just plug in. As you can see, they have some wires that just kind of plug in. There is a front and a back as well. Right here, I got some license plate lights because mine were broken. And then Tyler's already getting the tail lights off. I actually really like these tail lights, but the one thing I don't like about them is that they are halogen. They use 3 halogen bulbs. I believe with the new taillights, we're gonna have to reuse this one, and that is the reverse light. And to match with our headlights and taillights and grille, we got kind of that white fluorescent looking beam going on. I did get a third brake light as well. Here it is. There's probably a lot of people rocking this one because it's the most popular one on eBay. As you can see, it has the kind of that white strip in there, which I think looks really good. It does have pretty good reviews. I believe it was only $30. So that's pretty much everything we're going to install today. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up a before picture of this truck because we already took off everything in the front. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the back. Tyler's getting the rear tail lights out. You see there's only 2 bolts there, and I believe it just pulls out. There we go. Yeah, so it just has this one little tab here, and I think that's plastic, I believe. So go ahead and unplug all this. I think we reused that bulb. And with these, it does come with a, what is it called?
They're resistors.
So yeah, you actually pull these things out. Plugs in like that. And you run these wires back in. Okay, there we go. And you want to mount these to metal because they get kind of hot. And just plug it in. I just want to see what we like went from.
Yeah.
That looks a million times
way better. Yeah.
Dude, I can see your face. Damn. That is bright.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the third brake light. As you can see, we only got one light. shiny. It looks kind of like when you have blacked out tail lights that come from factory, and even the factory headlights come blacked out, but you have a like completely clear and chrome third brake light. Makes no sense, but this is the third brake light without the covering. Looks pretty good. I believe they're just 2 screws right here. So you can see there's a nut on the back of them, but this does spin, so it's just those 2. Yeah, so there's 3 bulbs here, and I'm guessing you just use 2 because 2 of them are the same damn thing. This on all trucks has a bad tendency of leaking, and then you get water in your headliner and starts getting a lot of condensation inside the truck. This is the middle here, so this is the whatever the cargo light. So this is what this is, and the brake light is this. So you only need these 2. Same deal with these. You just push all the wires in there and twist it. All right, so we're replacing these with the smoked ones. They also have LEDs in here. Whoop, broke that.
Just break the tab.
Yeah. These have lights in them because you've seen how those work. So these go, they just probably sneak through here, and then they go like that. So that's how those light up. Move it all the way down like that, and then yank it.
There you go.
This is a heated mirror, I guess.
I feel like 20% of the truck game, you're just replacing everything with LEDs.
Yep. So there's the 4 screws right there, and then this whole entire backside should just pull out. Wire through there. So everything's popped in here. It's looking a lot better than the other side. And now we got the LEDs, and these actually light up, unlike that one, it's just a reflector. And they are sequential as well. So the fog lights in first because they're kind of difficult to get to down there. Yeah, that's right. All right, 100 foot-pounds.
Now with those weak ass wrists.
All the custom wiring. So this fog light uses the turn signal. It's not just a fog light. So these are the power and ground for the actual fog light here. I had to wire in this connector, so I just snipped off the old OEM one and used this one because this is the aftermarket one. And then these little ties here are for the turn signals, which I had to do a little bit of custom wiring. As you can see in here, all this, I found the blinker basically, and that's the power and ground for this. So if I remember correctly, white should go to white and the yellow goes to green. All right. So it should be a working fog light. Throw in our headlight. We got all the fog lights in. We're just moving along because it's getting kind of dark, but it's pretty much plug and play. So I didn't have to do anything to them. And I actually got these used, I think, for $150, which is a steal because I think brand new they'll be about $500. All right, now onto the grill. Now you guys know the grill obviously has a bunch of lights on it. It has the 3 ambers here that just stay on permanently. They're kind of like a parking light. And then these are basically a daytime running light. They'll turn on with the white lights on the headlights and on the fog lights. And they also are connected to the blinkers just like everything else. So they'll flash whenever you turn on the blinkers. And for the wiring here, obviously we got 3 things here. It's all the same, so it's the wiring for that's pretty simple. It's just a power and a ground for the parking light. And so the parking light is that orange one right there. I just connected to that. And here are these, a 3-pin on both sides there, so I just got them zip tied like that. So for wiring here, I created my own harness. It gives you basically all the connectors and everything, but you have to wire everything in yourself. Now here's the layout. So these will go up to the ambers that are on the top here. There is a cover here that we need to put up, and they'll go just like that. And then at the bottom here is where our daytime running lights and our turn signals will be. So how I wired this, you're gonna have to figure that out yourself testing this. So I ran all the wires basically from this headlight all the way through here and up to here. And this is the same deal with the fog lights. I've wired the fog lights into the headlights that are up above, if that makes any sense to you guys. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and hide this behind this cover. We just used some plastic clips. I took it off to paint it, and we'll update you guys once we do that. So we got all this wired up here. I'm gonna throw some zip ties probably in here just to keep this tucked in, but this is how the wiring goes. It looks pretty OEM. It stays hidden pretty well. We need to plug everything in. Anyways, that's how you do it. We're gonna go ahead and throw the grill in. We'll slide it in. And this grill is aftermarket, so it doesn't fit perfect. You can see like right up here, just not super well, but it wasn't too expensive and it looks pretty cool.
We're looking for the cool stuff here.
Yeah, and you can see this bracket right here is factory. I had to screw that into this grill, but just these two bolts. Like that. All these plug in. Yeah, I've done this like 3 times probably already.
I know, you're gonna have to do it again.
And then I usually just tuck this up.
Drill a hole in there and zip tie them.
Yeah, I'll make it look more professional at some point.
OEM.
Yeah. This is it. I still need to throw like those little things in, but I'll do that later. Before I do that.
Holy.
I love that.
There's so many lights on this truck.
All right, so we still have these lights on, but look how bright this is. The headlights aren't even on. It's just all the accessory LEDs. Fog lights are off. They kind of look on right now, but they're not. And it's already super bright. Here's what it looks like. All right, and then here's the headlights. And here's the fog lights. Those really light up. So the headlights do like a cool little dance whenever you first open the door.
It's pretty good.
So we took the Ford for a little bit of a spin. This is the finished product. Or not the finished product, but just pretty much all the lights hooked up. Tail lights and the light. I think they look pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the third brake light though. I think I am gonna get a different one. These, I believe, were only $10. I think I already mentioned that, but these, if you have an F150, highly recommend getting those. Those are really, really cool. But I think it's coming together. Just need to get things painted. And once I do that, I might even throw the lift kit on before I do all that. But we'll see. But anyways, guys, it's a little bit of a shorter video, but we got a lot done. We got all the lights in. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. Subscribe and leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next video.